Students, now we are going to see Biot-Savart law. Okay, in this law, in this law, one conducting wire is there in which current I is flown, and in this wire, we have to find magnetic field at the distance r, which is kept in point P. Okay, so to find its magnetic field, I had taken small length across this wire. What is that length? dl. I had just taken this much portion, shaded portion of length dl, and the distance between this dl to point P is r. Okay, now how does a current act? If a current is acting upward direction, so magnetic field will act inwards. Okay, like this I have to bend. My thumb is the direction of current, then remaining fingers are direction of magnetic field. In this you can see that direction of current is upwards, that is in this direction, so magnetic field will act like this. So magnetic field will act like this. Okay, now we have to find value of dB, that is magnetic field. So dB is directly proportional to I, as we have already seen from Oersted principle that wherever there is a current, there is a magnetic field. So if I increase this magnetic field, current will also increase. If I increase the value of current, magnetic field is also increased. Therefore I can say that magnetic field is directly proportional to I. And if I increase this length, then magnetic field will also increase. So I can also say that magnetic field dB is directly proportional to dl. Now the field is directly proportional to sine of angle between the line joining the observation point P to the line element dl. Now when we take sine theta, when this line is perpendicular to the wire, when this line is along with the wire, then I take cos theta, but whenever there is a perpendicular, we take only sin theta. That's why I can say that dB is directly proportional to sin theta. The field is inversely proportional to the square of the distance between the observation point and the line segment. Now as I increase this distance, magnetic field will reduce. In daily life we can also say that if there is one bar magnet, when we put some iron material near to that, then it will act more magnetic field. As I increase the distance, the magnetic field reduces. The same applies here also. As I increase this distance of the point P, magnetic field will reduce because it is going away from the current. That's why I can say that dB is inversely proportional to r square. So combining all these four equations, what I get? dB is directly proportional to I dl sin theta upon r square. If I remove this constant sign, if I remove this proportionality sign, I get one constant k, where k is a constant of proportionality, and in CGS system this value of k is 1 and unit is Gauss. So what I get? dB equals to I dl sin theta upon r square. And in MKS the value of k is mu naught upon 4 pi. So what I get? dB equals to mu naught upon 4 pi I dl sin theta upon r square, and value of mu naught upon 4 pi is 10 to power minus 7. So what I get? 10 to power minus 7 I dl sin theta upon r square, which is Weber meter minus 2 means Weber per square meter. Okay. Now magnetic field due to infinite long straight wire carrying current. Okay, this is our long wire in which current I is flowing. And this is our magnetic field. In this magnetic field we had taken one cross section at point P, which is kept at distance r. Okay, how does this show magnetic field? By dotted line and Ampere law by a closed circular loop. We have to find magnetic field at point P. Now we know that BDL equals to BDL cos theta. Why I had taken cos theta? Because this line is along with the magnetic field, not perpendicular to the magnetic field. That's why I had taken cos theta. Value of theta is 0 because there is no angle forming. That's why it is 0. cos 0 is 1. So B dl equals to B dl. And in a circular loop, when I take out B common here, then differentiation of dl, what I get? Because this dl is a small cross sectional area, and when I take integration of dl means I have to take whole this area, dl plus dl, so I have to take whole this area. When I take a whole area in a circular form, so I have to take circumference of this circle. Circumference of the circle is 2 pi r. That's why in place of integration of dl, I had written 2 pi r. B is taken common here, and integration of dl is 2 pi r. Okay. Now Ampere circuital law. What is Ampere circuital law? Integration of B dl equals to mu naught I. Now from equation 1 and equation 2, if left hand sides are equal, I can take right hand side also equal. So mu naught I is equals to B 2 pi r. What is the value of B? Mu naught I upon 2 pi r. Or I can write it mu naught into 2I upon 4 pi r, because if this 2 and 4 cancel out, I will get this value only. Okay, so this is the main formula of finding a magnetic field placed at point P, where taken a cross sectional length dl.